Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams, and this morning we have been discussing violence against women. The issue itself remains one of the most pervasive forms of human rights violations worldwide, and my guest this morning has been just so open in sharing a story of his beautiful daughter, Jessie. Dr. Buck Blodgett. He is the creator of Love is Greater Than Hate project, and I'm so pleased to have you rejoin us for the show.
I'm pleased to be here.
And there was a lot of different things that we've talked about in the first segment, but I'm interested in knowing how social media has helped you spread your message of love and help people understand what it was that Jessie was so compassionate about.
Well, it's kind of funny and ironic because Jess put me on Facebook 3 years ago, and I was mad. I said, I'm too busy. I don't want to be on Facebook. And she said, chill out, Dad. And I said, people are going to, think I'm blowing them off when I don't answer their friend requests. I don't have time. And she said, that's not how it works. You can do it whatever degree you want, Dad. And we went on. And when she passed, I knew it was time, and I got on Facebook for her. And next thing I knew, I had like 500 friends on Facebook. Most of them were her friends.
Oh, wow.
And now they're my friends. And we created our own Facebook page, the Love is Greater Than Hate project, with a greater than symbol. And it's growing. It's off to a humble start, but we kind of exploded after Dateline. And I continue to be amazed by how much people care about this issue. Everywhere, I can't talk about this with hardly anybody without them saying, somebody saying, that happened to me, or that happened to my sister, or that happened to my cousin, or that happened to my child, constantly. And whenever we make a post on Facebook, hundreds of people like it, and thousands of people see it, and it's growing more every day. We hope that becomes millions one day.
Yeah, and the thing about domestic violence, there's so many different stages of it, whether you're talking about teenagers dating or married couples, whatever the case may be. There's a long list of things that people are concerned with when it comes to violence against women, whether it be rape, sexual assault, like I said, a long list of things. And it's the third leading cause of homelessness among families. And it's also important to note that domestic violence and abuse, it can happen to anybody, regardless of gender, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or income, and both men and women can be victims. So these are the things, sometimes people get stuck in their own thought process of what domestic violence or violence against women looks like, and the truth is it happens all over the world, different forms of violence against women, whether it be, the religious reasons, whatever the case may be. There's a long list of concerns throughout America and across the globe. So I think that you've picked the subject that people should be paying attention to, especially when we look at some of the headlines that have definitely been brought to the forefront, whether it's the NFL player who was caught on camera abusing his then fiance, or it be even this movie, Shades of Grey. There's a level of violence in there that many people don't think can trigger a violent thought or process against women. So what are your thoughts when you see these headlines that for many times it was kind of taboo to talk about this, but these type of things bring it out there and people are now talking about it?
You just hit the main thing, Andrea. It's always been taboo. What keeps us in place is the shroud of silence and secrecy about it, and victims are intimidated into, and they're shamed and guilted into not talking. 32 out of 33 men who commit these felonies, violent felonies against women, walk. 1 out of 33 do jail time. That is so wrong. That is just so, there's no other felony that's like that, where people just get away with it like that. And this is why the shroud of silence. So one of the main themes of our project is it's not only okay to talk about it, it's required to talk about it. It's required for healing, number one. You can't hold inside you the worst thing that's ever happened to you and expect it to take care of itself and heal on its own. This old saying, time heals all wounds, that's bull. Time does not. I'm here to tell you there's wounds that time does not heal, but love does. But that requires communication and flow back and forth. And women have to, our culture has to tell women that We have to stop telling women that if you tell your story, we're going to doubt you, we're going to judge you, or we're going to blame you like it's your fault, which is what we've been doing down through the millennia after telling them to shut up and be quiet about it. Wrong.
Yeah.
It's time for a change.
It's a number one fact that most domestic violence incidents are never reported, and there's an economic cost of domestic violence, $37 billion a year in law enforcement involvement, legal work, medical and mental treatment, and loss of production on jobs. And speaking of jobs, we'll mention that you are a chiropractor. So you know, and you've said this, that you are well aware of how much the hands can make a difference, whether it's hurting or healing. Talk about that.
Yeah, that was actually kind of said for me, I think, in an interview I did recently, but I couldn't agree more with it. Touch, it can be very healing. We touch each other's hearts, we touch each other's bodies. And touch, it's your intention behind the touch that determines the outcome of the touch. Is it going to be healing and loving, or is it going to be violent and dangerous and damaging?
Wow.
We have such an impact on each other. I don't think we have the first clue in day-to-day life, the impact we have on each other. So the question becomes, what impact are you going to have on the people in your life?
A great question that we can all ask ourselves. And your hope is to turn others' pain into power. So what are some of the things you have planned for the near future?
Well, mostly we just want to get the message out, and our few core messages, and so we're trying to talk anywhere and everywhere. If there's anybody out there who is connected to a school, our biggest target right now, our target audience is high schoolers. Jesse was just out of high school when this happened, and also universities. We're going to speak at Carroll University in a few weeks. I have a talk a week for 6 weeks in a row.
Wow.
And that's what we're trying to do, is just keep on having places where we can go and deliver our message to as many people as possible, so people can hear, this is not okay. It's time for a change. Just like drunk driving wasn't okay. It's not okay for men to hit women.
Yeah.
Come on, have a little self-control.
And with this whole scenario, you've said earlier in the show that you realized that your daughter was extremely popular and had lots and lots of friends. And so this is another way that social media has come into play. You're able to see them all come together and show their love through video and music and things of that nature. So let's take a quick second and pay homage to all those friends. How about that?
Hi, my name is Buck. On Monday morning, July 15th, 2013, the most precious thing in this world to me was taken.
Breaking news now.
And that breaking news, Hartford police are finally talking about the mysterious murder.
Jesse was
amazing.
Inspiring.
Jesse was strong, so generous, so loving.
Completely unique.
Jesse was beautiful and funny and caring and delicate, and she would never hurt another person.
Jesse was a burning star in a world of stars that were afraid to burn.
Shining, spirited debater,
The ideal friend.
encouraging, outgoing, my musical inspiration, very talented.
Jesse's legacy is the Love is Greater Than Hate project. Our purpose, to end male against female violence.
This is unacceptable.
I'm not your punching bag.
You're supposed to love me, not hurt me.
Rape is not cool.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Real men don't.
Don't. No means no.
No means no.
Real men.
Respect.
Our mission is to elevate awareness and cause change in people, in our communities, in our nation, and the world, with the frequency, the severity, and the full damaging impact of male against female violence.
Our vision is to diminish all forms of violence by elevating love.
By increasing kindness, compassion, and caring.
In our communities and the world.
For everyone, with no one left out.
Nelson Mandela said, no one is born hating another person. People learn to hate. And if we can learn to hate, we can learn to love.
Love is greater than hate. Kindness, caring, forgiveness.
People say you can't change the world.
The world changes every day. I make a difference. I make a difference.
Mandela also said, it seems impossible till it's done.
Do something.
Do something.
Do something.
Every move we make, every action we take,
Matters.
Not just for us, but for all of us.
And for all time.
Best-selling author
Andy Andrews.
The butterfly effect.
There are things you can do to change our world. Many are fast and easy. You matter. Help shift culture, end male against female violence, and elevate love.
If you support what we're doing, please do the following 4 things. Click on our free newsletter, share us on Facebook, like us on YouTube, then visit our What You Can Do page. Thank you.
Love is greater than hate.
What do you think about when you see these videos?
Everything. It takes me back to her. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I laugh, sometimes I'm proud of her. I love all these videos. That's all I have left now. I don't have her anymore, so I can't get enough of them. Same with her friends. Her friends still come and visit us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're great people. The world's in good hands. Some young people today are really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, just talking to you today has given me chill bumps because, I mean, I'm not a parent, so I can only imagine what you're going through and what you've been through, but you do have a tremendous amount of strength, and that strength has to come from somewhere, because you could easily close off the world and say, leave me alone, let me deal with this. But you're opening up and sharing this story, which is so very important. And you've said a number of things today that people need to be reminded of, not only when we're talking about violence against women, but just in everyday living in general. There's so many things we have to remember. And the main thing is that time is short, and we're all here for a limited amount of time. So love while you're here.
Nobody's promised tomorrow. We found that out on July 15th, 2013. And I've had this acute, heightened sense of the preciousness of every single second. And I'll never take that for granted again.
Wow. Thank you so much for coming by. It has truly been enlightening to talk to you, and I appreciate you again sharing your story.
I can't thank you enough for having me on your show.
Thank you again. Dr. Buck Blodgett is the creator of the Love is Greater Than Hate project. You can log on to their website at ligth.org, and that is going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, we will ask you to join us as we take another look at our issues, Milwaukee. Have a great day.